Hi everyone, this is Jordan from Aspas Real Estate. In this video, I'm going to dive into Aldar's latest project, The Wilds, coming to Dubai. I'm going to keep this video as short as I can, but I want to explain why I think this is an unbelievable investment and it's great value for money. And yeah, the launch is in literally 4 or 5 days on the 27th and 28th of February. Registrations are starting from tomorrow, Monday the 24th. So if you are interested, there's not a lot of time to make a decision, but I guess that's the nature of the market in Dubai nowadays. But let's dive straight into it. I just want to explain why I believe this is a really, really good investment. And firstly, I want to talk about the developer. So Aldar, they're like the EMA of Abu Dhabi, I like to call them. They're strongly government backed, they're linked with the government, they're producing a lot of the projects out in Abu Dhabi, and you know, they have a key strategic importance there. They're going to be a part of the UAE Vision 2030. You know, real estate's been labelled a core pillar of that vision, and you know, ultimately where Aldar are linked with the government and they're producing so many projects in Abu Dhabi, they're going to naturally have an inevitable involvement in that and be a key player. So EMA is a really safe investment. Why? Government backed. Aldar the same, government backed, very safe investment, big track record, a lot of money behind them. So you know, everyone wants to put their money in something that's safe. This is safe and ticks that. And they've already got a great financial track record as well. Last year they had a 47% increase in their profit, and they've got again a track record of producing good developments. So that's the developer in a nutshell. Safe investment. Why is the Wilds itself a good investment? There's 3 things I'm going to focus on. 1, location. 2, what are the comparable projects and you know, what's the potential for capital appreciation on this? And 3, what is the market saying to us? What other factors can we look at that suggest that this is going to be also a good investment? So 1, the location. It's actually in a good location. It's very central. It's in between Palm Jumeirah and Palm Jebel Ali. It's right next to Global Village. It's in front of Ghaf Woods. It's near to Arabian Ranches, and it's also near to the new off-plan launch by the Acres, by Miras, the Acres, if you know that project. I'm going to show you here on the map. Yeah, so let me just, if I can get a laser pointer. Yeah, so here, this is where the Wild is going to be. Al Barari is just up here. Dubai Hills is at the top of my screen over there. So that's where the Wild is going to be, all of this area here. So very central location, adjacent to Al Barari. Now, what's really promising about this area is the future connectivity of it. So this is Dubai Hills, and let me just get the laser pointer back up. This is Dubai Hills, and it's been rumored for a long time, and it is coming. There's going to be an extension of Al Marabia Street here, and Latifa bin Hamdan Street as well. That's going to link to the Wilds and really improving the connectivity. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. You can go on to government website where you can look at the plot locations or upcoming plots in Dubai, who owns what plot. And for example here, so you see this triangular plot. This is a plot called Eden Hills by H&H. It's H&H. It's a new master community coming to Dubai Hills. I've actually sold in this community. Very, very luxury product. But when you go on this plot map, and they've done it in their master models, EMA have done it in their master models, but you can see there's space left here for a road. There's going to be a potential roundabout here for that extension, and then there's going to be the connection road here. When this gets done, this is going to significantly improve the connectivity of the Wilds. And I think I actually do have in this image, you can see a lot clearer what I'm talking about. So Dubai Hills up here, this is the extension of Al Marabia Street, this is the roundabout I was talking about here, and this is the extension of Latifa Road as well. Wilds is here, connection to the main road here. This is going to significantly improve the access and future connectivity of Wilds. It's going to give it easy access straight onto Al Hayl Road, also potential extension onto Sakim Road this way. So yeah, When this gets done, it's going to significantly improve the connectivity of the wilds. And when you're looking at investment, you want to see what the upcoming factors that are going to make this, a more desired location. This is it right here. This is really, really big for the wilds, and I think this is going to be a really great thing for Dubai in general. We need more roads to ease the traffic. But yeah, from an investment point of view, this is going to be excellent. Finally, in terms of location, as I've already mentioned, here's the plot. And as I mentioned, it's in between Baham Jawali, Palm Jumeirah. It's very central. And once this connectivity, this road comes, it's going to have really easy access straight to downtown. And it's also positioned well for where the government are investing a lot of their money, which is now into the south of Dubai. We've seen it with Emaar South. We're seeing it with Al Maktoum Airport and also Expo. There's going to be a lot of money being invested in the south of Dubai. It's wise as an investor to look at that, be aware of it, and it's not even because of this brand new airport, this huge airport that's coming. It's what is needed to facilitate that. It's infrastructure. So the government are going to pour a lot of money into that area, and the wilds is centrally located to benefit from that infrastructure, but also for any future developments that come there. So it's in a really good strategic area, and I wouldn't overlook that. Secondly, I want to have a look at the comparables, the numbers, the most important thing. On the paper, why is this a good investment? There's 3 comparable communities I want to look at. Number 1, Arabian Ranches. Second is the Acres, that's another off-plan project, so it's a like-for-like comparison. And then 3 is Ghaf Woods. It's in the exact same location pretty much. It's a completely different product. If you know about Ghaf Woods, you know it's an apartment launched by Majid Al Futtaim, and this is obviously a villa launch, but when you look at the prices, it's interesting. So Arabian Ranches, independent villa entry price into a Sahil 3-bedroom now is 7.5 million dirhams. They're 3 bedrooms, they're about 3,200 built up area. The Wilds 3 bedrooms are 2,972, so they are slightly smaller, a couple hundred square foot smaller. But on a price per square foot basis, to get into Sahil now, you're looking at 2,350 dirhams per square foot versus 1,716 dirhams per square foot in the Wilds. That's a 600 dirham delta. The starting price of a 3-bedroom in the Wilds is 5.1 million dirhams. Now that is just a starting price. We know that it's going to be 5.4, 5.5 realistically for a majority of 3 bedrooms, but even still at that price point, just take it on a general basis, 5.5, 7.5 million, there's a 2 million dirham delta between those 2 products in a very similar location. Is it not fair to say that if the market continues to appreciate at the rate it is, in a similar location, with future connectivity coming, in a brand new concept community where the amenities look absolutely amazing, and we'll go through them later, is it not fair to say that there's the potential for an appreciation of the Wilds product of 2 million dirhams? God knows what Sahil is going to be worth when this hands over. And if you're not convinced by that, in the last 3 months, townhouses in Arabian Ranches, Al Reem, 6 townhouses have sold in Al Reem for 5 to 6.7 million dirhams. Townhouses, not independent villas. They were probably renovated townhouses in Al Reem, but this is going to be brand new, finished, independent villas. Is it not fair to say that a townhouse versus a villa, even just look at the one that sold at 6.7 million, that's 1.5 million dirhams more expensive than an independent villa in the Wilds. The numbers are really clear to see. There's a really big opportunity for capital appreciation on this product when looking at neighboring villa community like Arabian Ranches. If you want to look at a direct like for like, we have the Acres. So let me show you where the Acres is on the map. The Acres is, cool. So Wilds here, Acres is here. So similar-ish location still. If anything, the Acres is a bit further out. That's a Miras community, that's a sellout project. Their latest launch is coming very soon actually as well. 3,050 square foot built up, so about 80 square foot bigger than a 3-bedroom in the Wilds. That is also a 3-bedroom. Their entry price to their new launch is 5.9 million dirhams starting. In the Wilds, it's 5.1 million dirhams. That's an 800,000 dirham difference. And I think on a price per square foot basis, I worked it out, 1,936 dirhams price per square foot, the acres, versus 1,700. That's 200 dirhams. That's 200 dirhams per square foot cheaper in the Wilds versus the acre. Like for like, off-plan community, similar location. It's right there. The numbers are right there for you to look at as an investor to see why this is a good investment. 3 Ghaf Woods. So I know this is quite a weird comparison, you could say, but Ghaf Woods is right here. Wilds is right here, so the location's identical. Now what is interesting is the concept of the Ghaf Woods community versus Wilds is very similar. Lots of greenery, lots of trees, very wellness orientated, which is really good. Dubai needs more of that. But what's interesting is when you look at what 3-bedroom apartments are selling for in Ghaf Woods, the size of those are very similar. I think they're just over 3,000 square foot, so they are a good size. But when you look at what they're selling for, a couple of them have sold and transferred, or sold from the developer at 5.2 million dirhams. That's more expensive than the entry price to the Wilds. Majority of them is around 4.6 mark, plus or minus, but still a 3-bed apartment in the same location is very close to the price of an independent villa, brand new, amazing concept community. I think again, it just points to why this is such a value for money investment. And then if you want to take another off the cuff example, if we look at Dubai Hills, where a lot of my clients are from, as that's an area I specialized in heavily. Obviously it's a different location, there's a lot more to Dubai Hills as a community, but an E1, a 3-bedroom, again around 3,000 built up, an entry price again is very similar to Hills, that's 7.5 million dirhams for a 3-bedroom now villa in Sidra. Again, that's a 2 to 2.5 million dirham delta on the Wilds. So I think again, it's fair to say that this is really good value for money when you look at the numbers. The first thing I want to look at is the market forecast, market factors. So, you know, we all know the market's been appreciating at a very, very strong rate year on year, and we don't see any signs on that slowing. It's being well documented that the population increase in Dubai is actually outpacing the supply of properties that are coming to market. So that's only going to continue that squeeze on prices and that pressure we're seeing. And still a lot of people are moving to Dubai. It's a mix of nationalities, a lot of Europeans coming now. So yeah, I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. Dubai and the UAE in general is a very attractive proposition now for expats to move and actually raise families here. So it's a really good thing for the market. So assuming the same market conditions, or even a little bit less, but assuming the same, when we look at the supply of properties coming to market, off-plan properties, 89% of that supply is apartments, 10% is townhouses, 1% of the supply in the off-plan pipeline coming to market is villas. That's such a critically undersupplied product. Such a critically undersupplied product. And it probably explains the reasons why we're seeing such aggressive price increases in communities like the Meadows and Dubai Hills. But it's not being solved, as we can see. So when these villa and townhouses launches are coming around, my first advice to investors that have that budget is to look at these products, because they're just almost guaranteed to appreciate with assuming the same market conditions. So the Wilds is hitting on that. It's a villa community, it's all single row, no back-to-back, amazing concept, lack of supply coming to market, existing demand. Again, I think it's fair to say that these villas are going to appreciate, and it's just a really good investment. Like I said, I want to keep this video short, so I'm not going to go too much into the community. I think the 3 points I've gone over are really important, and you know, the numbers are at the end of the day the most critical thing. But here's like a render of some of the villas, and handover is going to be in 2029. It's on a 65-35 payment plan. And here's some of the amenities. I'll zoom in a bit so you can see that, but it's a very wellness-based community, very green. It's going to have everything you can imagine: parks, tennis courts, basketball courts. It's even got a sanctuary spa. It's got a paddle court, which is great. I'm loving paddle, so you're going to see me at your local wild paddle court playing. And yeah, there's also some extra services, very sustainable community, which is great. And yeah, this is the final render. So conclusion, I think this is a really good investment. When you look at the location, it's solid, and there's promised improvements to connectivity coming that way. And the concept of the community is great. More importantly, the numbers just make a lot of sense when you look at the neighboring communities and you look at it on a price per square foot basis, as off-plan should be. This is coming in at a much cheaper rate, so there is that big potential for capital appreciation, and we already know there's a lack of villas coming to the market, as I've explained. So I think all the factors just point to a really good investment, and investors will be making a lot of money on this project. It's going to be a sellout project, so if you are interested, please let me know as soon as possible. If you want more information, any of the materials I've showed on here, or additional materials from the developer, I can get that to you. But if you are interested, let me know. I need your passport copy, and obviously the villa you're interested in. There are 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom villas. Of course, I can show you the floor plans. I didn't want to get too much into detail. I just wanted to really just go over the underlying numbers and sort of facts into why this is a really good investment and a really good value for money. So if you are interested, let me know as soon as possible. The booking's in 3 or 4 days time, and it's going to be a sellout project, so we need to register as soon as possible to give you the best chance of getting a unit. Thanks for listening. If this goes on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.